Operations with fractions and decimals. We've been doing a lot with fractions and decimals, so this is a great summary for you. Okay, fraction multiplication. Remember, when multiplying fractions, you have to have a fraction by a fraction. Here we don't, but we'll fix that. Then you multiply straight across, numerator by numerator, denominator by denominator. So we are going to first get a fraction. So 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Keep the same denominator. Times 3, all whole numbers are whole numbers over 1. Now we multiply straight across, 15 over 2. That's an improper fraction. So 15 divided by 2 goes in there 7 times. 7 times 2 is 14. 1 remaining. So this is 7. Our whole number is 7. And 1 out of 2 pieces remaining. Division. Again, fraction by fraction. Fraction division, fraction by fraction. Keep the first fraction, multiply by the reciprocal. So we're going to keep 2, but we're going to write it as 2 over 1. And then we're going to say divided by, all right, we've got to get this as fraction, as a fraction. So we have 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. Keep our denominator 4/3. So we're going to rewrite it as 2 over 1 times 3/4. And we get 6/4. That is an improper fraction. First, we can simplify it by 2 halves, and we get 3 halves. Improper fraction, divide. That goes in there once. So we end up with 1 whole and 1 out of 2 pieces remaining. So 1 and 1/2. Addition and subtraction. This is a review. You have to find a common denominator. So the common denominator between 5 and 2 is 10. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rewrite 2/5 and 1/2. And I know that my common denominator is 10 because I can get both of these values up to 10. So I'm going to multiply by 2 halves. So I get 4/10, and then I'm going to multiply this by 5/5, and I get 5/10. Now I can add 4/10 and 5/10. So I'm just going to write it. I'm going to write it again down here. 4/5 plus 5/10 is 9/10. So this is 9/10. Alright, now, next one, I'm going to write. So now I have to find a common denominator. I have 3/8 and 1/4. I know that I can get 4 up to 8 by multiplying it by 2 halves. 4 times 2 is 8. 1 times 2 is 2. So what I end up with is 3/8 minus 2/8, and that is 1/8. Alright, now let's talk decimal multiplication. When multiplying decimals, pretend that your decimals don't exist. You don't have to line up your decimal points. So here I have 20 times 1 and 5/10. Notice I did not line up my decimal points. Okay, 5 times 0, 5 times 2, placeholder 0, 1 times 0, 1 times 2. Add. Alright, here I have no numbers behind my decimal point. Here I have 1. So in my answer, I need 1 number behind my decimal point. So my answer is 20. My answer was 20. Alright, one more. Let's do 5/10 times 1/100. I'm going to put that on top because I have more values. So 5 times 1, 5 times 0, 5 times 0. Now, I don't have to, but I can keep multiplying out 0 times 1, 0 times 0, and 0 times 0. Then I add everything up. I have 2 numbers behind my decimal point here, 1 here. So in my answer, I need 3. 1, 2, 3. There's where my decimal point would go. So I have 5 thousandths. 5 thousandths. Decimal division. Remember, you have to have a whole number as your divisor, so you're going to multiply by multiples of 10. 41 hundredths divided by 3. Do I have a whole number here? Yes. So I'm fine. All I'm going to do is move my decimal point up. 3 into 4 once. 1 times 3. Subtract. Bring down my 1. 3 into 11. 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. And I am left with 2. I'm going to take it out to another place. 3 into 20 goes, 6 times. 6 times 3 is 18. Subtract. Look what's happening. This is repeating. So I have 136 thousandths, and my 6 is repeating. All right, one more. 5 tenths divided by 3 hundredths. Is this okay? No, it is not. I have to multiply by 100. Multiply by 10, multiply by 10. So really, I have to multiply by 100 to get a whole number. So here, I'm going to also multiply by 100, which changes my place, which changes my number on the inside. So now I have 3 into, my dividend. So I have 3 now into 50 because I have a placeholder 0 right here. And 3 goes in there once. Bring down my 2. I get 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Subtract and get 2. Now I show my decimal point in my problem and my answer. Add my 0. Bring it down. 3 into 20. 6 times. And look what's happening. I am repeating. So I get 16 and 6 repeating. Alright, decimal addition and subtraction. Remember, this is review. When adding or subtracting, you do have to line up your decimal points. So I'm going to say 0.01 plus 1.5. I'm going to put my 1.5 here. I'm going to put a 0 here, a placeholder. So then I can just go ahead and add. So I get 1 and 51 hundredths. Alright, 4 and 2 tenths, 4 and 2 tenths, and I have to subtract out 1 and 4 hundredths. I lined up my decimal points, so I'm going to put my placeholder 0. I need to regroup, so I have 6. Alright, so my final answer is 3 and 16 hundredths. These are good notes, good overview notes to have on all operations.